Hi, welcome back. My name's Brian Davis, amateur cook with time on his hands during the lockdown season. I don't know about you guys, but I'm snacking a lot more than I normally do. You know, Netflix, Amazon Prime, YouTube, it just draws you to snack. And when you go to the store and you see the price of dips, they're incredible. Plus, I don't think they taste great. So I'm going to show you today to make a quick and simple dip based on kidney beans with some fresh herbs in there. The second thing I'm going to show you is homemade pizza sauce, because tomorrow I'm going to try a recipe which I found on Smoking Red, late Steve Hall. Pizza dough with 2 ingredients. It looked really good. There's a link to Smoking Red's video on that. I'm going to have a different take on it, and you'll see that tomorrow. Okay, I'll just go through the ingredients for the kidney bean dip. We've got olive pomace oil, that's just to fry the 2 medium red onions and 3 cloves of garlic we've got there. I'm going to chop those up in a little hand food processor shortly. Extra virgin olive oil to finish off the dip, tablespoon of tomato paste, full can of kidney beans including the liquid. We've got 20 grams of spring onion chopped up, which we'll again put through the food processor, along with 15 grams of fresh coriander. If you don't have fresh coriander, just use a teaspoon of coriander powder. We've got 2 teaspoons of za'atar, which is an Arabic herb, which is essentially a mix of oregano, sumac and sesame. This is what's called an Omani lime, which is used half. We grind that in a food processor. If you haven't got this, then just use 1 small green lime, just zest the whole skin and take all the juice and use that in the place. We've got a spoon of brown sugar, you can use white sugar. I've got a flat spoon of cinnamon, half a spoon of salt, 3/4 of a spoon of black pepper. Okay, now we're going to start cooking the dip. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of the olive pomace oil, nice for frying and cooking, it can take high temperature. You can see here now I've used a little hand processor, and that's got the Omani lime, the onion and garlic in. We're going to cook that off first. Okay, we'll go in. We just want to cook these off until they're translucent. The smell's already started to come through. This is the problem with YouTube videos, you don't get to experience the smell. I love the smell of onions and garlic cooking away, and the Omani lime starts to come through now. Okay, we'll be back in a couple of minutes when this has started to go translucent. Welcome back. We've got that cooked nicely. Now I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Let go in. Mix it in there with the onions and garlic. In goes my kidney beans. In with my spices, the sugar. Oh, you can really smell the cinnamon coming through. You can smell the lime. We're just going to cook that off for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'll be back. Just been 10 minutes, and you can see now we've got quite a thick, too thick to be a dip sauce. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a little bit of water and then some olive oil just to bring it down. Then blitz it a little bit, and then add the coriander and the spring onion. So just put a little bit of water. Okay, I'm going to add, just to give it a nice taste from this really nice olive oil, just 1.5 tablespoons. I'm just going to blitz it just slightly, because just to break down the kidney beans. So here's a dip. You can do it just straight in the wok. You can make it as coarse or as fine as you like. I like to leave a few whole beans, but also then in we go with the coriander and the spring onions. I like to put fresh herbs in right at the end because I don't want to overcook them. Then add a little bit more water. The water's just so you can get the consistency you're happy with for the dip. Some people like it nice and thick, get a big bit on the chip, others like it a bit thinner. Little taste just to make sure we've got the seasoning right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I was worried the cinnamon might be a little bit too much, but the coriander and the spring onions with the olive oil have countered that, so it's really tasty. Really good. There we are. I'll let this cool down. We'll plate it up and try it with some chips. See you in a while. Okay, here's the ingredients I'm going to be using for my pizza sauce. We've got 2 fresh tomatoes, canned tomatoes, and then left some of the juice in the can. That's so I can adjust the liquid later, because pizza sauces have got to be fairly thick. We're going to use about a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, olive and pomace oil to fry up the garlic and the onions, just over half a spoon of salt, half a spoon of black pepper. We've got 2 full spoons of oregano and 2 full spoons of basil, and we've got a heaped teaspoon of brown sugar just to give it a bit of sweetness. Okay, I've just put my 2 tomatoes into boiling hot water about a minute ago. The reason for that is I want to remove the skins. As you can see, this one's gone and be very easy to peel. Put down the plate. Let's get the second one. Yeah, that's gone nicely as well. Okay, here we go. We're going to make the pizza sauce that we're going to use on the pizza that we're going to bake tomorrow. By the way, this is the first time I've ever made a pizza sauce. So let's put 2 tablespoons of our olive pomace oil in there, and then with our pulverized onions and garlic, I'm just going to cook those off for a few minutes so they go translucent. You can add more onion and more garlic. Really, all these types of recipes, after you've made them the first time, you can then adjust them. You can adjust virtually all the ingredients to how you like it. If you want your sauce a deep red, then use canned tomatoes. If you don't mind it being a bit lighter, use fresh tomatoes. Again, you don't have to be limited just to oregano and basil. If I can do this, you definitely can do it. You can just smell that. Right, it's beautiful. There's something about onions and garlic, the aroma. Start to see the colour change now. That's what we want. And you notice the smell changes as well. It becomes a lot more subdued. I think we're ready there. Straight in with our tomatoes. In with all our herbs, seasonings and sugar. Doesn't that look good? That looks lovely. Right, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and I'm going to leave that now to simmer for around 20 minutes. Okay, so we'll put the lid on. Welcome back. After about 10 minutes I took the lid off. I did add another 4 tablespoons of juice from the can, because the consistency for me is just about right. It will also thicken up a little bit overnight, which again, if it's thick in the morning, when I go to use it tomorrow with the pizza, I'll just add a bit more of the tomato juice or a little bit of water, but I think we're about there. So there it is. Very simple, quick, easy to make pizza sauce. You can do a lot with this. We could have added a little bit of red wine, we could have added some chili. I mean, really, I've just shown you something simple. You don't need to go to the store and buy it. Thanks very much. See you next time. Okay, now we're ready to serve up our dip to our guests. Let's get some small bowls like that. Okay, I like then to just drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on top. That gives it a nice shiny appearance. And then just garnish with a few green onions, and you're good to go. Over here is the Italian pizza sauce that we've now put into a Kilner jar. We'll let that cool down and we'll put it in the fridge ready for tomorrow. Let's just try and give this a taste. That's good. You are really going to enjoy that. Thank you for watching. My name's Brian Davis, or the amateur cook with time on his hands.